Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is Tipsy Irish Whiskey, coming in at a 43% ABV, at least 5 years old. Now, for full disclosure, I reached out to Tipsy Irish Whiskey for a review sample. They were kind enough to send this bottle for us to take a look at and a review, so just keeping that transparency open. Now, Tipsy Irish is a new bottling company based out of Texas, where they are adhering to that Irish heritage as a family to go out and source an Irish whiskey, have it blended and bottled in Ireland before having it imported here to the United States for online retails and around the Texas area currently. Essentially, the story goes, the daughter approached the father and says, "Hey, I want to start a whiskey company." And he's like, "All right, let's do it." And not only are they just going out and sourcing an Irish whiskey, but they're adhering to their family roots of being Irish. So I think that's an even bigger player in this. Instead of just saying, we picked an Irish whiskey because it was cheap or it was good or whatever the case may be, this is an actual story behind their heritage, essentially. Same thing goes with the name itself. Tipsy Irish is actually the name they use for like family game nights for trivia. And if I remember right, it's also a nickname the father had throughout life as well. So I think that's really just the cherry on top for such an idea of a company. So again, they are not bringing the casks over and doing anything here in the United States. This is all done in Ireland, being distilled, aged, bottled over there before being brought in here to the United States. But let's go in with that blending and see what they're actually doing here. So starting off the journey, we have essentially several different casks going on here. We have a cask that's using ex-bourbon, a cask using sherry, a cask using virgin oak, and then the last one is recharred bourbon casks. So essentially, you think of it this way, you have a barrel of each of those, and they're blending those together to produce this. So this isn't like a finishing job where they're just moving an Irish whiskey to each barreling, but giving it each part its own identity to that blend, which I think is really awesome on its own. So let's hop into the bottle itself, see how they do. Love the unique logo on the front here, keeping the Irish flag. Love it. So as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other Irish whiskey reviews that I've done, links to those videos will be up above and down below, along with a link to these guys' website, so you can check them out for yourself, place an order if they ship directly to you. You can also start finding these around the shelf in the Texas area as well. Alrighty. I mean, the bottling itself showcases a beautiful color here. And it comes through in the Glencairn. Look at that. Kind of a darker citrate color. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Oh, hello. Okay, I am already in love. So right away, you get this beautiful burst of fruitiness. Green apple, red delicious apple as well. The sherry cask is beautifully soft in here, bringing across a little bit of your darker fruit notes. You're more like fig and plum. Maybe even a little bit of white grapes going on. Nice little bit of charriness in there from the barrels themselves. That light bit of caramel drizzle. Vanilla cream. You're getting some of that classic Irish on here as well. That shortbread cookie note. That is easy on the nose. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. I'm trying to see. I'm going to assume the virgin cask is bringing in even more of the oaky sweet layers that I'm finding. That is soft and sweet and approachable from any direction. Nice little bit of spiciness going on in here as well. I'm going to guess it's probably from one of maybe the recharred bourbon cask bringing in that spiciness. Love that green apple, almost like green apple slices dipped in homemade caramel. That is soft, sweet, and probably one of the best examples I've had of an Irish whiskey in recent times. Let's go for a taste. Oh man, that's just rolling with flavors going on here. Starting off right from the get-go, you get that beautiful barley going on. It's rich, a little soft and sweet in there. The grain forward from that comes across. And then it rolls in with that sweeter characteristics, that ex-sherry cask. Beautiful. It's got that darker, rich notes going on there. Again, plum, fig. Maybe a little bit of that white grape is starting to show up onto the taste as well. You're getting that pepperiness in there. That apple sweetness, like almost like freshly pressed apples. The charriness from that recharred is coming through as well, bringing just a little deeper, richer oakiness going on. That's fairly complex. I was coming in with high hopes because of that process, and it delivers. Second sip here, getting more of the shortbread cookie notes and a bit of cracked black peppercorns. The virgin cask is bringing across even more layers of sweet vanilla cream, a little butteriness. Darn if that ain't good. I feel like if Redbreast ever released I'm going to say a 5-year version of Redbreast instead of doing the 12-year, this would be kind of on par with that. Like, there's a lot of complexities going in here, plus it is a very approachable drink. Like, if you pass this to somebody that wasn't big into whiskey, I still feel like they'd go, yeah, that's a really good drinker. Like, this is a good daily pour. But the complexities for the whiskey, like, nerds, is really coming through as well. Still no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. The big thing here is every cask is showcased in its process. The Irish whiskey isn't lost. You're getting that beautiful buttery shortbread cookie notes, that barley grain forward, but then the ex-bourbon is bringing across a little soft oakiness, the vanilla, the caramel. The sherry cask is bringing those richer, fruitier notes. The virgin cask is sweetening things up, bringing across more of that sweeter oak notes, the little spicy elements going on. And then your recharred bourbon is bringing across a little more heft, that little darker, richer kind of oaky notes, along with a little more char going on as well. Man, if that's not tasty. I might have to come out and say it. This might be my favorite Irish whiskey of the year. There's not a thing I would change. It's beautifully done. Bravo on that sip. Alrighty, well, let's talk about a grade for this. Well, to be honest, you can order directly from their website for like $40, $41, if I remember right. It gets a solid A in my book. The process shows. That's the key here. You kept a 5-year age statement. You're bringing a beautifully done Irish whiskey to not only go up on the shelf for your easy to drink people, your people that want to throw it on ice and kind of just sit back and sip on it, but you're also making it complex enough for it to stand on its own in the sea of Irish whiskeys. That is beautiful. On top of that, you're holding a legacy for your family on this name. And I gotta give that credit. Beautifully done sip. For that price point, you're getting a lot of flavor for your money. And that is a big thing, especially here in 2024 when you have so many companies trying to put out a new bottle on the shelf every other week. Bravo on this sip. Keep up the amazing work. I am excited to see what's coming down your pipeline soon. And again, if you're interested in learning more about Tipsy Irish whiskey, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, they have it, folks. Tipsy Irish whiskey, 5 years old. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might not.